what's happening? Why is it reloaded? Zero activated the... Oh, Noah is catching up on Nitro, but he has his truck.
Alright, thank you very much.
For the first back markers. And here is Sky, he's the first back marker. And here's another battle. Love is against Terrabon and...
Outside here as well. She's actually keeping up with him really well. He's fast that can go.
Okay, wait a second. And hello, welcome back to the Boatrace World Championship. We are today on USA circuit, or also called Kota. This is League B, and today we have the co-commentator Fantasy.
Hello everyone. An interesting track we have today. Very technical. There's a lot of different things to watch out for, so I'll help guide everyone through this very hopefully exciting race. And yeah.
I can remember the last race here was in season 4, I think, and I was still racing there, and we had so many drivers, that we had to split the race into race A, race B and race C.
Oh wow.
And we was like 7 drivers per race, and
yeah, wow.
I was qualified for P8. So I had to drive race B from pole position. That was so terrible, and I won it by a lot of by a big gap. Also Sam Hex was driving there.
Yeah, Sam.
He was on P2 from the start and also finished P2, but he had no chance against me.
Yeah. The old days.
That was...
It's been a while. It's clearly been a while since we've seen this track on the circuit. I think it's going to be a lot closer this time. I don't think we have quite enough drivers to split it.
No,
but,
I think we have 12 or 13.
Something close to that, I believe, yeah. And honestly, there's a lot of big contenders. On's currently fastest on track, but Outer's equaled him. However, On's has set his time first, which means he will be the person who's currently on pole position. Though JP steals it by a tick, no, actually by a little bit more, around 4/10. But first it goes up 44. Still around a second off our best time trial times, but this track is really technical, so it can be very difficult to hit all of the small tricks and things you might need to hit for a really good time. So we can expect them to be a little bit off the world record pace, since the world record is probably risked a lot more than any of these drivers are willing to in quali, because it's just not worth it. Throwing away one of very few amounts of laps. Onsets equals it now, but once again, JP has set it first, which means he will start in front. So Onsets will need to beat him if he is hoping for anything like that. Well, he might be a little bit saved. We heard earlier that JP has some lag issues, so he could be saved by that in the race. It might not be too important. Oh, but On's encountering some backmarkers here, so he needs to get a little bit of a move on if he wants pole. It is always a good advantage to start first, and he's choosing to wait up a little bit,
or at least to start first row. First row, like starting P1 is good, but starting first row is also very important. But starting P3 is worse, way worse.
Yeah, it really closes your options. Starting on front row gives you so much extra air and options to work with. But Ons clearly he wanted free air, and I think he's gonna try to full send it on this last lap to try and take away the pole. Currently still on front row, and we have, oh, he messes up big though. That could that's cost him. Yeah, it's cost him the pole position at least. But let's see what happened. Blue gets past him. Oh, but he boat like killer.
The fuck you doing?
JP doesn't improve. Ultra improves though. That pushes Ons off the front row. That's the unfortunate reality of it. Things can change so fast for you. Now Ons goes from having a lot of options to really a very low amount here. So yeah, Blue in P5 and Mariana in P6, very close actually. All 6 drivers within a second.
Oh yeah.
Still has her last lap to finish, but doesn't look to be improving. So yeah, really close with all the drivers here. And Ons and JP, like I said, have an equal time, but because JP set it first, he was starting ahead. Now we have the second bunch of these drivers. So the heats are usually sorted. This one was as well by the time trial times. So all of the drivers that might
where
not
is
have
it? Shiba?
Shiba isn't here.
Shiba is missing.
That is a problem.
Okay,
Completely
that
offline,
means we have 11 people.
11 people racing. I think that's a good amount for this track. I think if we have more than 12 or 12, it's going to get really tight and be really cramped, especially when the track is like 40 seconds. So I think it's only better if we have a few of these. And I will predict there probably will be some people who might disconnect or might DNF. So I think 11 is a relatively okay amount of people.
So many drivers have no boat for me.
What? It's weird.
For example, Black Ninja, he has no boat.
No, for me, he's driving an oak one, so I don't know.
Wait. In the Renocast pack, the oak one is invisible.
Yeah.
Now they are back.
Yeah, so the primary thing we need to watch for is the fact that if any of these drivers in Heat 2 beat a 44.35, I believe, they will get ahead of a person in Heat 1. I believe Mariano was the one to set a 44.35. So if any of these drivers manage to beat that, they actually gain another position further. So it's riding very heavily, though I don't think we have a lot of real contenders. I think Evil could definitely contend for it. I think Beer is time trialed it as well, which could be really good for him. So I think those are two main contenders to maybe snatch a top 5 position, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Evil already dealing with a backmarker in quali in the form of Midnight. And Semicolon, quite hilariously, no, not anymore. He was 7 seconds off because he probably had a really bad outlap, but it is what it is. Let's see, here crossing the line, sets a new fastest lap. Still quite far off heat 1. We have a little bit of skill difference clearly from heat 1 to heat 2, as of right now at least. But yeah, like I said, I think Beer has time trialed this track, and I think Evil is generally also just fast, so they should be fine. But Beer does not hit the very CGP-like wall tap at the end of his main straight, so that's going to cost him a very large amount of time. That's what I'm kind of saying with there is so many small tricks that you need to hit to really get a good time. So yeah, it's not going to be easy to get good time here. Let's see. Evil.
Wait, Aitro got pole position?
Yeah, he beat JP's time on his last lap. So that's what I mean. Things can change so fast that puts ons in that dreaded P3. Means his options close so much just from that one run being part of it. But yeah, Evil closing it down. She's now just under a second slower than the slowest in heat 1. And Beer not far behind us either.
Aitro says thanks to Fantasy for not being in the race.
Well, it was what it was. I had to move up at some point.
Just Esperance is here. Thank God.
Nice.
He's racing for my team.
Oh, but he's missed quali though, so he's gonna have to start from last. That's gonna be struggles for him, especially on this track. I don't think it's one of the most overtake happy tracks we have on our calendars, so he needs to either get lucky or he might need some really good strategy up his back pocket.
Oh, and Beer broke the time of Evil Scientist. With that time he's only on P7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had to watch for 40.35, but yeah, Beer has time trialed this. He has a best time of a 43.85, so he should be able to get closer. But yeah, it's not easy when there's some pressure involved in quali and race and yeah. So it's not always easy to hit your expected kind of time, so but I believe he has just enough for 2 runs more, so yeah.
Okay, we have under a minute left. That means
most drivers are either on their last runs or their second last runs. So pressure is increasing.
Semicolon.
Yeah, one more lap after this.
Semicolon and Evil Scientist in the last lap now.
Yeah, Evil, maybe she could have considered waiting a little bit to get some more free air. This might not have been the course she wanted. Now she's stuck having to deal and react to maybe what Semicolon does. And that's not going to be anywhere near what you need for pole. I think she mowed a little bit on the outside, so don't think she'll be
Comfy Vibes is a reserve driver here.
Oh,
maybe he also starts from last.
That puts us to 13 drivers, I believe. And it's going to be a good race. A little bit crammed, but still good race. A lot of good drivers.
Yeah, I don't think I fit here.
First drivers finished. Oh, semicolon! Improved his lap and position.
Oh yeah, he goes to P3 there, or I think is P9 on the true grid. I think Midnight is last to finish. No, we still have Beer, but doesn't look like Beer's improving either. So
no.
No other drivers on the track. Yeah, so no drivers in Heat 2 managed to beat the Heat 1 drivers, but they were very close. Clearly, all very good drivers. So.
Okay, let's copy the result.
Yeah.
And then I will put it into results channel. And then someone pinged me.
So.
Are you interested in Minecraft and racing? Then you should join the Boatrace World Championship. We are a Minecraft racing league where we race with boats on ice. We have 4 different leagues: League A, League B, League C and Rookie League. All leagues are separated into skill levels. That means League A is the best and Rookie League is the worst. So you can find a league with drivers on your skill level. But how can you join? Step 1. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Step 2. Join us on Discord. Step 3. Ask all your questions and check out all channels on the Discord server. And that's it. See you on the track.
Of the League D drivers, so
What is
they
this?
have
Fucking
a little bit of an
what is
advantage
this?
maybe if he gets
Endurance
that
race? So what the fuck?
Put in some good
Bro, I
ones.
thought BTR died.
No, I thought Block Endurance Cup died.
Blue, don't throw this race, okay? Do not throw this race now.
Oh, there's some team.
4, 3, 2,
Alright,
1.
there's-
And that's the start. Itro starting from first. JP on second. Who will come out first in turn 1?
JP gets bumped.
JP
Oh,
gets
that's really
bumped because he used the wall stop, block stop in turn
good.
1.
Stop there. Blue is leading the rest of the pack here. Oh, but it's hugely bumped by Beer. But everyone else gets bumped by Asper, who also got that bump. It's such a pile up.
Look at Esperance. He started from last and is now on 7 already.
Oh, wow. What an insane start he's had.
Every scientist
Yeah,
loses so many positions here. Now gained
Yeah,
1
and
position back.
Outro's gaining up in front. Outro's really gaining. JP and Killer fighting 2 teammates here. They might want to avoid this. This could really hurt the races if they try to continue this. JP, yeah, he mows on the outside. Oh, but it ruins Beer.
Blue leader is pitting.
Blue takes first lap pit. So let's see. Outro kind of just oh yeah, he's extending out in front. He seems to really be extending in front. 3 seconds already to Ons. Ons either needs to pick up some pace or Outro needs to mess up. And such a good start only breeds confidence, and that's not what you want to see when you're in P2. But yeah, not many drivers seem to be going for... Oh, Beer did. Seem to be going for this very kind of risky... what's it called? CGP wall tap that we have on the outside of on the straight. JP taking a pit as well. It's interesting to see if he comes out ahead or behind Blue. Let's take a look at these.
Oh, I don't think the pit was a good idea.
Well.
Pitting in second lap is always not a good idea.
Yeah, he's going to come out ahead of behind a lot of backmarks. Let's see. Does he come out ahead of Blue though? Ooh, just barely. He gets a lot of boat lag and ends up getting bombed. Yeah, barely out in front. He's just, and JP messes up. Blue gets bombed. A lot of time loss here.
Oh, and Itro is not far anymore from the first backmarker.
Oh wow, already. I think there's still a lot of seconds here. I think there's still maybe 5-6 seconds until he meets Evil. And I don't think Evil will be that much of a backmarker. It seems more like strategy calls for them.
Yeah, there are also people who have done one pit stop already.
Yeah, most of them seem like generally fast drivers who I think could have relatively good impact still. So
the problem on this track is when you do 2 pit stops, you are behind the first one in the first laps when you...
Oh yeah, you go a lap behind actually, yeah.
Because the pit is also very long here.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Ultra messing up a little bit. Ons is catching. Ons is really getting closer now. Like I said, Ultra needed to mess up, or Ons really needed to pick up the pace. Clearly someone's listened here, because they're getting closer and closer. But yeah, now I can see it. Ooh, onto the big bump.
And there's Killerloy already.
Killer right on the back here. And Esper all the way up in P5. We have to give him a little bit of props for that. He's not net P5. It's quite clear to see that with JP with already a pit. Only 13 seconds behind, but still a great start he's had. He might be net P6 or something around there.
And Esper is now close behind Beer.
Yeah, really closing in. This could be a good battle.
Oh, what happened to on-shots? What happened to on-shots? I missed it.
Oh, did he get overtaken? He must have gone for something.
Oh, backmarkers!
I could imagine... Oh, there's back. Oh, yeah. Playing a game. Now, I think Ultra will take a pit here. I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to take a pit here. Because I think Ultra knows. Ultra's very clever with his strategy calls. And I think he also... Ooh, let's get past one of them now. He has laser in his ears, so...
I don't think he will pit.
Probably take a pit.
Itro would lose a lot of positions and would just be behind other drivers who are behind him right now.
Yeah, but Killer takes a pit. Killer takes a pit.
Yeah,
so
and that is the interesting strategy now.
Yeah, so now it's interesting to see, does he come out ahead or behind JP? Looks like...
Oh yeah, that's...
He might come out ahead.
Or
will he?
Very close.
He will come out ahead.
Yep.
Depending on how much JP risks into this turn 1. No, this is his teammate. He really shouldn't be fighting him like that. So probably strategy call to try to cover off the rest, get some really good points here. Is I think their idea here. But yeah, Ultra's still staying out. Onsets as well. This could really hurt them if they can't get past Black Ninja. Ultra gets very lucky. Midnight takes a pit in front of him, so now...
On-shots also in the pit.
Blue as well took a second pit already.
Esperance also.
There's so many. Oh, but he's in limbo. He's in limbo with Ultra. It's getting dangerous for Blue. Oh, gets low boat lag and
okay, but look at this. Ultra has now clean air.
Yeah, Ultra has a lot of clean air. This has really been good strategy deciding for Ultra.
And it was not really so hard for him to overtake the backmarkers. He has not lost so much time.
He's really not lost a lot of time, and he really just has room to push. Just do his own thing. He has so much time to everyone, so this is a great strategy Ultra's pulled off.
The next backmarker is
honestly
Evil Scientist.
JP and Killer have a good strategy as well. I mean, their 2 and 3, I think maybe net. I don't know how far Blue's taking his 3rd pit. Already? No, this can't be. This can't be the best strategy deciding here. This can be a good decision. Blue's taking all 3 pits after lap 8 of 32. That can't have been a good decision, Blue. I guess we'll figure it out at some point. But that's one hell of a strategy goal if that works. I think I might be more the driver making it work than the strategy being good if that's the case.
Oh, and Mariana is now in a fight with Semicolon for the position.
And Outro's caught back Marcus. Well, he's caught 1. He's caught Midnight now. Midnight seems to be holding him up a lot, actually. There's a lot. But Outro's playing it clever. He's respecting a lot of the space that he needs to be respecting, but honestly, this could get spicy. Killer's only 15 seconds behind. I don't know what the pit delta is, though. We are not sure about that. Oh, Outro must have gotten bumped. It's now 13 seconds. Oh, it's going to go down even more. Outro could not be P1 after this.
True.
Outro,
Yeah.
look at the gap. It's 13. It used to be 8. It used to be like 16 or something. He could have ruined his race here. Could been very bad for him to maybe stay out so long. It only looks like it's being cut down. JP as well. So it's the fastest lap. Clearly showing he has pace as well. Maybe there'll be some strategy calls with him getting past or him getting past Killer or something like that to have a go at whoever's in front. So let's see if they can pull off something here, the Maserati guys. Oh, he gets bumped by Killer. Maybe they could look at a pit as well, but maybe not after this bump. I think there was an idea maybe to pit and get out in front of Esper. So.
Oh, but now Mariana is in front of Killerloy, and Killerloy goes to pit again.
Yeah, he pits.
JP continues.
They have 4 pits, so they have a lot to work with, but using 2 after a third of the race, I feel like this. Some even having used 3 after a third of the race, that seems really excessive, in my opinion. Killer comes up behind Esper, but he has 2 pits just behind Esper, so I think we have a little bit of a clear top 3, and then maybe some strategy calls down there with Blue have worked out for him. So I have to wait and see though. Outro being hunted by JP though. Yeah, clearly the gap looked to be somewhere around 15 seconds you needed. So JP needs to watch really cleverly here, and Outro's not even net P1. Outro's not net P1 anymore. JP's cutting his lead into pieces right now.
Oh yeah, Outro is stuck behind Black Ninja and Beer still.
Maybe he might just have to firm a pit here. He will not be ahead after this.
Still no pit stop.
Gap is only 9 seconds. He must, and he's get bumped again. Outro, this cannot be clever. You have to pit. JP takes a pit. Maybe knowing he's at an advantage, I think a pit stop looks to be 15 seconds. Because I think Killer came out just behind Esper with 14, so it's time to see though if that holds. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's more. It's maybe 20. Oh god.
And Outro overtook Black Ninja around the outside.
Bumping each other. JP and Killer bumping each other like crazy. Outro still missing a pit, and clearly there's no way he's P1 anymore. There's just no way. Ontot's now closing in as well. He wants a piece of this. He wants some form of a podium here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh gosh, and I do that? Are
Oh
you kidding
no,
me?
JP's messing up a lot. There's so much going wrong for him right now. He was in such a good position. And now behind Killer, getting attacked by Ons. Ooh, Ons bumps. But JP goes for another pit. Where's that gonna leave him? Oh, now it's interesting. Let's see if he comes out ahead of Blue. Does he have the gap there? It looks like he does. Yeah, by quite some margin, it looks. So, they are out in front, but Blue is... Interesting to see how far behind Blue is now, compared to the front runners. So Blue could maybe steal P5, P4, something like that. But he needs to gain. He's 6 seconds behind.
Oh, Esperance decided very late to pit.
Oh, does that cost him even more?
Yeah, maybe a half second or a second.
But yet, look at that. Outro only 30 seconds. Outro takes a pit now. He will come out ahead on this first one, but he will not be ahead if he takes another one.
Oh,
He
and
needs
also
to
look at Semicolon. He is P4, but also no pit stops.
Yeah, he has no pits. He has 4 to do, so...
Yeah, interesting to see.
Midnight, the only one to have done all of his. Midnight trying to go for a move when Outro it looked to be, but... Yeah, Outro still, he's ahead of Killer. Still keeping his first place, but he's not net. There's no way he's net P1, I don't think so. 17 seconds to Ons. I think he needs 20. I think it's closer to 20 than not 20. Interesting to see here.
JP in the pit.
Yeah, as well as Killer. So let's see. This would be JP's 4th pit, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, so that's his 4th pit. I was about to say, he's fallen really far if that's his 3rd.
And Outro still has done only 1.
Yeah, he's not P1 anymore. It really does not look like he's P1 anymore. He's really kind of maybe thrown it away, but JP gets bumped by Evil. Evil bumping him again. There's so many back markers here for him. Maybe some strategy calls going wrong here. I'm not sure about this. Just needs to watch out for Midnight. Midnight's spinning. He's 360 in the middle of the track.
What's JP doing?
But JP gets past. Now he's catching up to Evil. So, Beer taking a 2nd pit. Where's he going to end up? Ends up in front of Evil. Not sure where Beer is overall. It's difficult to see. It's so difficult to tell where people actually are, but Semicolon, if we stop the race now, he's getting a podium, but he's not net there anymore.
That's like letting me and fucking two. Like, who? Jesus.
There's so many drivers to watch out for. JP still, he has the fastest lap. He is, in theory, fastest man on track, but maybe not all the time. Outro's increasing the gap as Onslaught got a back marker. Oh, Black Ninja seems to be lagging a lot. Oh no, and what's it called? Outro is catching him now. Where is Ons? Yeah, Ons has Midnight ahead of him, so Outro could be saved by this. Could be really saved. However, I don't think Ons was the person too much ahead. I think it's more Killer we need to worry about. Or JP. I think those are the 2 real contenders actually here to win the race. Because Killer's a pit ahead of Ons, but only 9 seconds behind, so yeah, we're looking at a Maserati possible win here. As far as I can see.
Oh, Black Ninja left the game.
Unfortunate for him. A disconnect. That's never what we want to see, but it can happen, of course.
I think he was just driving for fun.
Possibly, yes.
Semicolon is in the pit. Finally.
He's taking a pit. But yeah, look at Killer. His no, there's no way Ultra's ahead here. I think Killer is in P1 net at least, and then it's really difficult to tell where JP is in all of this. But Onsos he's losing out. He's not gaining to Outro as much anymore.
Yeah, Outro has also clean air now. Maybe that's why.
They both have clean air.
Oh.
So it's a pace battle now. I mean, when we started this, I think the gap was 16 or 17, something closer to that, and it's definitely grown now. So Outro has to watch out a lot here. He really needs to improve some pace and really get in some good laps. Maybe set a fastest lap. He might need to risk that. So there's some serious strategy calls maybe left to be decided here. I mean, so many pits also makes it so difficult to really tell where people are.
Yeah.
But so far, 3 people have used all of them, and 1 is disconnected, unfortunately, which is not what we want to see, but it happens. But the other's Midnight, who's currently also last, but JP has 4 pits, and he's kind of in the middle of it all.
That was super late on both of them.
Hi,
Thanks a lot,
Esper.
you guys.
Could be. Killer and Esper now in pits, both of them. Kind of side by side in this pit. So let's see, where did they come out?
Behind
JP gets
semicolon.
And JP gets ahead, so it was a
Oh,
good
and Killer
decision.
Loy.
Oh, Killer kind of struggling with Esper. Esper's a pit behind, so maybe he needs to not fight this. It's not gonna be so much worth. And Esper gets bumped. I think, yeah, at the end of that, he got bumped. Ons gets bumped as well. He's catching Evil now. There's so much chaos. There's so many different pits to watch out for you.
Yeah.
There's so much strategy involved in this. But yeah, JP behind the self-proclaimed moving obstacle off our track. So
No, he's not pitting. No.
didn't pit. Ooh. Is that gonna be worth it? Ooh, but maybe he gets the move side by side with
it's
Killer.
not.
Oh, he gets boat lagged. Now it's risky. Now he needs to watch out. Oh, I think he just bails out of it. Honestly, probably the right decision here. Just needs to try to not lose too much time. Stay in a good position. The gap with Outro has increased. If I'm Outro, I think I'm taking
Esper,
a
go pit, go pit, go pit this lap. Pit this lap.
Yeah. Could be good. He doesn't want to be stuck behind here too long, so could be good. Oh, JP and Killer switched. JP must have been bumped by semicolon, so.
Yeah, he's pitting.
And
Okay.
Esper does go for a pit here. But yeah, honestly, if I'm Outro here, I'm taking one of my pits to see closer where I'm at.
And
If he
semicolon
comes out.
Semicolon
Ahead of
should
Ons.
stay out now to slow down Killer Loy and JP.
He normally messes up around.
And then Esper can get all the time back. Look at this, he has clean air now. Perfect pitting time.
Oh, she's left behind.
Yeah, the top 4 still has not completed all
Completed
pit
all their
stops.
pits. So the question is, where
Midnight
Blue?
is standing
Where
in
everyone
turn
this?
1. Midnight.
Midnight, oh, you messed up. What
But he's
happened there?
continuing.
He must have lagged. Yeah,
And
still
now
continue.
Esperance is close behind
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yep, and Blue is coming up to lap him actually. We need to watch it out a little bit. I think Blue could be somewhere good as well. It's so difficult to tell, honestly. It's really, really hard to tell where people actually are in this. Oh, and Outro goes for a pit. Okay, so this is what I expected, and I think this is a right call.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
already
so he
out.
comes out.
In front of
he's
Semicolon.
Yeah, he's out ahead of Semicolon, ahead of Ons and all of them. So
Look at this.
This was. Oh, there's so much.
Look
like
at this JP just.
There's so much bumping.
JP
Honestly.
just overtook Killer again. And they just can't pass Semicolon.
Yeah, this is and this is helping Evergreen so much.
And
Just
also
bumped again.
It's also the
Semicolon
perfect strategy for aspirants.
Yeah, it's making his race a lot better. Catching probably.
Never mind. I'm an American. Never mind.
But like Semicolon has called himself the self-proclaimed moving obstacle of the track. Mariana taking a pit. Did she come out and annoy?
Oh,
anyone? It
Midnight
doesn't
messed up.
really look like it.
And now Just Aspirants has clean air again. JP and Killer are still behind Semicolon. But we see Onshots still has to pit 1 time and Semicolon 3 times. And we only have like 4 laps to go.
Outro takes his third pit now. He should, for calculation, come out ahead of Blue and those guys. Killer overtakes JP again. I believe JP got bumped off Semicolon again. So Outro comes out the right position here. That's really good for him. Outro comes out far ahead of Ons, and now him and Ons are equal pits. So now it's interesting. Now it's really close. So maybe from being completely out of this, Outro could be completely back into it
And
again
Blue
now.
Leader has a chance to win.
Yeah, Blue has a chance here.
And
Although he needs to
Espa
gain a lot.
Espa is struggling here a little bit. Behind.
Blue free air, he does. Blue has free air. Does Ons have free air? He doesn't. If Mariana slows down here, Blue could, in some magical world, win this.
Outro is pitting.
After takes his last pit. Is that a clever decision?
Semicolon
He's gonna come
also.
out between.
But Semicolon
He's
has
coming
to
out
pit.
in between them. I think Outro's gonna come out in between. Outro's taking his last pit as well. He doesn't go for the P1. He just accepts P2 possibly. And let's see what Blue ends up. after this whole
Outro
thing.
stays in 1.
Oh, Blue gets bumped, I think.
Blue Leader is so much behind.
He gets
But
bumped. He got bumped on the straight.
I'm past.
Oh, he's ahead.
What?
He's ahead. It's a 1-2. It's a 1-2 for Evergreen. Oh no. This has been such an intense race. There's been so much drama here. So many back markers, so many bumps, so many strategies as well.
Play it super safe. If Beer really messes up, you know.
JP and Killer, they still stuck behind. No, they're free, and seems also they're free to fight. Very close to each other. Semicolon takes his second last pit.
yeah, he has
Is
to
that not
pit.
too late?
He has to.
Wait, is that not too late?
No, he has.
Oh no, he has another lap to do it. I thought it might have been too late.
Nah.
Alright, last lap.
But yeah.
And he
Oh,
comes
but
out in front of
Ons is
Onshots. No. The battle for P2 is
Oh.
destroyed.
The battle for C2 is gonna get ruined here. Blue and Outro just gonna run away with it though. That's Beer. Beer is Ons' teammate, by the way.
Oh.
This could get spicy. It's Beer in front. This could get so spicy if Beer tries to slow down a little bit here. But Ons needs to have a huge last lap here. Needs
And
Beer to be
Outro
really
wins
slow.
this
Outro
race.
wins. Outro wins.
With a very interesting strategy.
A weird one, but it
Blue Leader
works.
just overtook.
Let's go 1-2.
Oh, JP could
1-2.
send it for P2.
We don't need fantasy.
Oh, it doesn't quite work. He finishes in P4. What a 1-2 for Evergreen.
Nice.
And Semicolon in his last pit stop.
Yeah, takes his last pit stop. Where does he go? Is he still P9?
And he's still P9. 2 points, nice.
That's points. It's points for the team.
Yes. Oh, but look at this evil scientist versus, what is that? Mariana!
Don't get me so mad that we can't go into League A.
What is Mariana doing?
She was...
Oh, she's so...
She
behind
tried to
semi-tron.
block. She tried to block.
Oh, Esper. Ooh.
But without success. That is definitely under investigation here.
Oh, who?
You can rewatch it later in the stream. Mariana was driving circuits at the start-finish line to block just aspirants or evil scientist, whatever.
Then again, it didn't have much effect. I guess P10. And
yeah, who
what a
is
race.
left? I think it's just Midnight.
Yeah, it's Midnight. He's 2 minutes behind.
Oh, he has. Go Midnight. Go. Oh, this track has also a podium. I didn't knew that.
Yeah.
Midnight now entering lap 31 for himself.
I don't know why Julian lets people like Midnight in. He's a League R driver and he's allowed to compete in B. That just should not be happening. So.
Yeah, 3
What?
minutes behind.
I'm retiring as well, so me and Killer can just say whatever we want. Like, it's not like we're gonna.
Can they hear me when I'm in spectator with voice
I think
chat?
so. Yeah, I think they can.
And Midnight now in the last lap.
That was a good race.
Oh wait, Blue, you were only 5 seconds ahead of me? What the fuck?
Yeah, I got well, the last like 2 laps I was stuck behind Gear and he was really slow, like Adam Strat type slow.
Oh yeah, we had the same with Semicolon. Semicolon?
Yeah, and just because One Huts was a back marker as well, like had a back marker behind him, so I just didn't care enough to try and be bold and mess up, so let him.
And Midnight finished.
I'm so proud. Also, that you're a teammate. Oh.
He's on the podium.
Yep, I'm putting the drivers on the podium. Oh. What a race, so much chaos. So many back markers as well. Must have been a really difficult drive for these drivers, but this is our top 3. This is how it now ended up looking like, so... All in all, not too bad. Some teams came out really strong, some teams not so much.
I knew you could do it, Blue and Ultra. I knew it. We believed in it. The whole race.
Are we gonna do some interviews?
We
Do you want to interview
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah,
you,
we could do it if people want
as
to.
you could see.
with voice chat?
Practiced track until today, so it's kind of great.
It's gonna be a little bit chaos, I think.
This far up, but you know, with the roster,
just
when I saw
have
the
them
roster, and especially
on
after I saw
BRWC.
Q2, I'm like, oh yeah, this will.
Are we gonna do it? So then I'll tell Ons to join the race VC and we can go down there and have the quick interview with him.
we can join the commentator cabin.
You're gonna need to drag me there, and have Bonds join Race VC. But yeah, join commentator cabin, and then drag me there, and I'll tell Bonds to join Race VC.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
In
first
every way, shape,
like
and
3
form.
laps, I pitted for like 3 in a row.
Oh,
So I don't know. People were in front of me. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna
See,
bother. Let's just leave.
Everything went to our plan, I should say.
That's your plan. Oh.
Yeah. Everything went to our plan.
Yeah, our plan like worked out, so
Oh, there they are.
it was
Join commentator
It's
cabin,
left
and then
complete.
drag me there,
Okay.
and then we drag Bonds. There you go. And now we just need to drag Bonds here.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Bonds.
Hey.
Well,
Oh, terrible race, man.
yeah, what a race.
I didn't.
Uh,
I've never had such a bad race. Such a terrible race.
oh, yeah. I believe you're in P1 at some point, weren't you?
No. Maybe I was, but like without pit stops, I went.
I think net you might have been at some point. But yeah, from a DNF to last race and to a podium, how do you feel?
It's already 17 positions up.
Yeah. But
Next race, I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
great job.
But like I think the big issue in this race was like the slower drivers. I don't mind them joining, but like on such a track, like I wasn't able to overtake one of them. You can only like pass them with pit stops and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, 2 drivers was rookie league drivers.
Yeah.
Midnight and the other one who left.
Black Ninja.
Yeah, exactly.
Black
And
Ninja. No, he's C, or maybe he's reserved for C, something like that.
Yeah, that I think so.
Right, yeah.
But they
Yeah,
both
we-
drive League C, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah. I mean, I think they're both reserves and C and drive bad. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. I think Outro almost threw it, but with a bit of luck, I think he clawed it back. So,
Mhm.
great one.
All right.
We'll move on to blue. Once you can go back to your
Nope.
Corvette VC if you want.
can you also move a drag user to? Are you able to do that?
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, because you don't have the commentator role.
Yeah, I don't.
Now you have.
There you go.
Hey guys.
Welcome, blue.
Hello.
What a race for you. What a
Uh,
roller coaster, even. How was
yeah.
it?
It was actually kind of interesting. You know, I didn't get any practice on this track until I showed up today, and I'm like, oh, might as well. I don't really care. I'll just get top 50%. That's fine, and make do because my team's pretty much already won. But you know, going through quali and especially after Q2, I beat all the guys in Q2, and I'm like, dang, what? This is weird. Like, I actually have a chance of doing pretty well this race. And sure enough, starting P5, I think, and you know, messed up the first few laps, got stuck behind a few back markers. I had to instantly burn 3 pits, which I really didn't like to do that in the first few laps, but I think in the end it was pretty worth. I eventually got some air, well deserved, by the way, well deserved clean air, and you know, made some bold overtakes on some back markers. Used that last pit in the last few laps, and I was able to control P2 there.
Yeah, it was quite a drive. I think it almost looked like you were completely out of it with such a weird strategy. I think you did 3 pits within like 8 laps or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, not my usual, but it worked, I think.
It was a weird strategy, but all worked out in the end. So
especially on this track, it's hard to overtake on this track. So burning those super quick is pretty hard.
Yeah, we saw that a lot. And, yeah. Anything else you want to add to it? We have to. Stinky Cup is starting soon.
No, I think we're good. Good job to Outro for staying in front for that. I know he had more air than I did at the beginning, so starting P1 and all.
Yeah, that was a big difference.
Yeah, but you know, good race for Evergreen. You know, we were noticing, like, I know fantasy. Oh, sorry, you're fantasy. No. You and Outro performed pretty well in League A, so definitely Evergreen is beating League A teams for sure. We are in front of them, but we're still here. We're chilling in League B. We're having fun.
Yeah, so definitely, it's looking great. But yeah, let's get Outro in here. And if you want, you can go to your TVC if you want.
Oh,
yeah. Stay if you want.
Alright, see you guys. Thanks.
See ya.
Oh, fly speed is too high. Aetro.
It's not working for some reason. There we go.
Hello.
Oh. Our race winner, Outro. How was the race?
Don't remember a lot of it. Just raced, I guess.
Fair enough.
I just kind of listened to Lays.
Yeah, you stayed up for so long. I think at one point you were actually quite far down in terms of net position, at least. So,
I was behind Killer and JP, I think, and then Midnight messed them up. So I gained like a lot of time there. So.
But you did very well to not panic, keep driving, and you ended up securing a win. But yeah, so you mentioned that Laser helped you. How was his strategy kind of?
I mean, we wouldn't have won without it. He really helped a lot, and he helped Blue a lot too, so we could get the 1-2.
Yeah, well done. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank
you.
Alright. With that, the stream is over. Now it's Stinky Cup time. And
yeah, it is.
BRWC says goodbye now. And have a good rest of the day. Have a good night. Depends on where you live. And yeah, goodbye. now to Ring again. Do you also drive Stinky Cup? What are these links? Okay. Also team advice my Stinky Cup drivers. I also have a team there. Okay, bye. Moin. Stinky Cup. Wer ist noch alles da? Nova ist da, wer war das? Ach ja, Waltu war ja auch noch im Team, ne? Also sind alle da.